You know, if it's so unpredictable, Frogan, then why do you still do it? Frivolous spending. You spent hundreds of dollars on nails. And I'm sorry to say this, but I mean, you're overweight, bud. As a fellow content creator, I hope you understand how the complexities of this career path. Shut the fuck up. The complexities of the career path. Hey, it's called Be Funny and React to Videos. Okay? That's literally it. Okay, people, my mic was turned off for a second, but welcome back to the channel. If you haven't watched my last video, go ahead and watch it. In that video, I talk about Frogan and how she was crying about her financial situation, despite her not putting any effort to grow her channel, to be funny, or put out clips, and the reactions that people had to it. So today, we're going to talk about how basically she got invited to Caleb Hammer's show, Financial Audit, and then, because she's probably scared of the backlash she's going to get, she decides to cower to him while also putting excuses as to why she can't come on the show, despite being given a financial incentive to do so. Here we go. By Yeet, Caleb Hammer offers to match Asmongold's 10K charity donut for Frogan to appear on Financial Audit or give her 5K personally.
I mean, there's no way she's good with her finances, so I don't think she could accept that deal. Mr. Gold, if you hear this, let's just make it $10 for her to come on the show. And I'll match that 10,000 to come on the show to charity of her choice, and I'll match that. I'll match that. And then anyone else that wants to contribute to the pile, feel free. Feel free. What's next in the Frogan lore?
You don't know what you did. Oh my God. He just goes on there and calls her broke and makes her cry. He's like, what's wrong? She should move.
Which I will do.
Oh.
Happily.
Yeah, we went over this in the last video, but yeah, if you don't know, Frogan will leave on streams for hours and hours on end. Am I talking 5 minutes? No. Am I talking about 10 minutes, 15 minutes? No. Am I talking about an hour? No. She left a stream on for what? Close to 13, 14 hours with a pause in between just to tell people to donate or to subscribe. That was my biggest shock, that I couldn't believe people actually do this. Like, they play a video or they put on a show and they literally leave for hours on end. I don't know how you expect that to make you any money. But I also don't know how you then are surprised that people are making fun of you for not making money. I guess the thought process here is that, oh, if I cry about it, or if I act like I'm laughing at people for reacting to me, like, oh, I laid out a trap, like I did something so absurd that when you react to me, like, and I clap back, oh, you're gonna get so mad, you're gonna start watching me now. But it's not how this works. That type of mentality is short-term play. It's not gonna win you in the long term.
Right.
She's not going to come on.
No.
There's no way. 20,000 hours to the charity of your choice sounds pretty awesome.
It does. I don't think she gives a fuck though.
No, she doesn't. She's
Charity wise.
People like this that
was, oh yeah, if this was 20,000 personally, I think she'd consider it.
Sure.
100%. 100% if it was just for her. Okay, these people don't care. These people talk about politics. These people advocate for their causes. Let's be real. These people live in LA. They're LA influencers. They don't give a rat's ass as long as their bottom line is just full of green. You know, as long as they can buy Gucci bags, as long as they can show up in exotic cars, they don't give a fuck. Hell no. Oh, and by the way, if you're one of those unfortunate souls who does actually believe they care about their causes, think again, Buster. Buster, what the fuck? Am I old?
But I don't.
People like this that are performative activists,
Yeah.
they don't actually give a fuck.
No.
They just want to sit there and milk and feel good and get their support based on what they advocate for. It's so stupid.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll amend my offer. Asmon can do whatever he wants with his 10. I'll donate. I'll match that donation, 10,000 to a charity of your choice, or you can choose, and it has to be publicly disclosed, or 5,000 hours cash to you.
Whoa.
Okay.
So you choose 10,000 to charity or 5,000 to you.
Yeah, because then what that shows is that, okay, what do you care about more? Do you care about your moral values or do you care about your own personal financial gain? And I know she'll try to spin this and somehow be like, oh, wow, you're taking advantage of my of my vulnerable position so that you can either make me look like a bad guy or I have to be financially destitute. It's like, nobody told you to go to war with Ethan Klein and to rip off his content. Nobody told you to do that. Nobody told you to make those comments about the soldiers that you did. Nobody told you to be lazy. Just make people laugh. It's not that hard. You already look funny. You look like Jabba the Hutt. I'm pretty sure you could capitalize on that. But for some reason, I know you won't. So, sucks to suck.
Find out. Again, we will be respectful.
Nah.
Come on.
Come on. Yeah. So Caleb Hammer says, Frogan, 20,000 currently to come on financial audit. Legit, my team and I will respect you, what you wish to talk about and not to talk about. I want to set you up for financial success. Let's do this then. Yeah, that's the thing with Caleb Hammer. Despite the fact that he may be harsh, it's like, well, these people like deserve it. Like the people that come onto his show, they'll spend outrageous amounts of money for stupid things like cars, houses. I'm not talking about just a home. I'm talking about they'll spend money on shit they don't need, right? And then the thing that triggers me the most, and I didn't mention this, but it's like the type of justification. They'll justify it, but not only that, but they get so defensive about it. So weird, dude. So Frogan made a response to Caleb Hammer. It's basically yeah, I ain't reading all that shit, but here on the Segmentary channel, we do our due diligence here, right? Oh, but let's go through this trash bit by bit. Should I read in a stupid voice? I don't need a YouTube financial advisor to try to degrade me for content. This is what's popular. Let me clear up a few things up. I wasn't crying to my audience for money. Okay, I'm not going to do that voice. I had a normal reaction to what my friend said when they called in. People sit in my chat and screen record the entire thing. Clipping is turned off on my channel solely to hate watch and post clips out of context. And I'm allowed to have feelings about my own life, the community I've built. Does your community involve people who are terrorist sympathizers? I'm just wondering. I don't know. Is it people too like lazy to turn on the channel, to go on to Hell's Kitchen to watch it, so they just click on you? I don't know. I have loved streaming for years and wouldn't be doing it still if there weren't so many positives. But after being harassed, targeted, and dogpiled across every space of the internet for over 2 years now, I think my attitude towards streaming should be expected. Here's the thing, and people like this, like streamers included, they do this all the time. They say something provocative or stupid, like objectively stupid, that 99% of people disagree with, just so they can farm the outrage. When they farm the outrage, it's off to the races with them. Now their job from that point is to try to gather the faithful, to sift through the dirt to find the gold, and those become her pay piggies, right? Those people then are the people who are just as vile as her, just as disgusting as her, and those people will go on to support her while everyone else farms her content and ironically makes money and content off of her. Her job from this point is to basically just ignore the criticism and not let it get to her. Unfortunately for you, Frogan, the problem is that you do the same things you accuse others of doing. Plus the lack of accountability, your attitude is very smarmy, snarky. And like I said, the clip in the last video of you getting mad at your friend for telling you to stop begging for money, and your immediate response was, okay, pay my bills then I won't keep asking for it. It's like, no. See, in a rational human's mind, your first reaction to hearing that as an honest, good person should be, oh wait, I'm begging for money? Damn, I didn't realize I was doing that. You know what? Never mind. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to make my own money. You know what? You're right. The first reaction should not be pay my entire rent in full. I don't know anyone who's a good person who just acts so dismissive like that and then expects people to pay your rent. But that's not how the real world works, buddy. I make no ad revenue anymore and haven't for over a year because Twitch took it away from me when I was wrongfully banned. No, this is just all sorts of wrong. No, it was a huge part of my income, and now I solely rely on subscribers in terms of Twitch, which is more unpredictable. You know, if it's so unpredictable, Frogan, then why do you still do it? You know, why do you still do it? It is true. And one of the tweets that I read in my last video pointed this out. It's like, you cannot rely on something so unpredictable like that. But it's also as if like you believe that there's no option for you to go get a job. Like there's no option where you have to work for minimum wage. Like it's either like Twitch or bust for you, right? There's no option for like, you know what? I may have to cool off. Let me get a 9 to 5, or hell, hey, I don't do this, but if you have to, part-time still exists, right? I believe so, right? Part-time that shit. And meanwhile, get your money up and say something funny. With all the lack of content you do and sitting in your room when you are, I don't know. It's kind of like you're closing yourself off from the world, right? Maybe you'd have something funny to say if you went out and you had a job. You know, this is me assuming I want to help you. I don't. I'm glad to see you fail all the way home. But if I was trying to help you, hey, you might have more experience or find something funny. You might encounter something funny if you just left your room more. I don't know. I am actively working on diversifying my content across different platforms and shifting my talents to behind the scenes production work for other content creators so I can have more revenue streams. That's cope, and that's probably not happening. This kind of sounds like to me like the guy who's like, no man, I got it lined up. I'm not broke. I got projects. I'm working on big things, man. I'm gonna make it. And it's just like not anything. If I am suddenly not getting the subscribers I've been getting for years, on top of no revenue, by the way, you're not getting subscribers. You're not getting enough to support you anyway. I am obviously going to struggle. You've been struggling, buddy. The platform has also been seeing a steady decline of spending. Many other long-term, full-time streamers are feeling it as well, especially in the last few months. Is this like your cope to be like, oh guys, I'm not the only one suffering. Please, it's not just me. Please, everybody, believe me. I'm not struggling due to poor budgeting or frivolous spending. Frivolous spending. You spent hundreds of dollars on nails. And I'm sorry to say this, but I mean, you're overweight, bud. You obviously spend money on food. Come on, let's not kid around. Let's stop playing. Stop the bull crap. Let's be adults about this right now. Just for a second, let's be adults now. You spend money on food, okay? There's just no way of getting around it. Kind of literally, but I'm not struggling. Money is tight in a lot of industries, right? No, buddy. That's so rich, bro. Imagine if dudes could just get away with saying that. This money is tight in a lot of industries right now, There's not enough to go around. So no, I will not be coming onto your show. I have seen your content and it is not aligned with what I'm experiencing. Let me tell you, as a guy who's seen some of his content, even in the clips I've seen, she 100% matches 1-to-1. Okay, 100%. She is the type of person who spends the money she doesn't have to buy things she doesn't need because she wants to feel like she's in a different tax bracket. You're not, buddy. You're not. As a fellow content creator, I hope you understand how the complexities of this career path. Shut the fuck up. The complexities of the career path. Hey, it's called Be Funny and React to Videos. Okay, that's literally it. Can affect someone's financial situation and how it has no place to be discussed in your show. Caleb, Mr. Hammer, please keep discussing this. Please keep discussing this. Solely for the fact that she said it has no place to be discussed on your show, discuss it en masse. Discuss it nonstop. I know he won't, but it'd be funny. But please don't stop yourself from donating to charity on my behalf. Oh, okay. So you don't want to pull yourself up, or oh yeah, but you basically want to take all the credit and still not work on yourself. Let's see the comments. That's nice. Let's look at Paul Allen's card. The only thing wrongful about your ban is that it wasn't permanent. Frogan once told Ludwig, who was going to donate $10,000 to Palestinian relief, to keep his money and then call him a cracker. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, she starts eating, bro. She starts eating. Too long, didn't read. Based. In other words, you're going to see all the dumb money I spend and make everyone realize I'm the reason why I'm broke. Based. If you had the content sense it takes to be a popular creator, you wouldn't have posted this tweet. All you are doing is making your haters happy and giving more money to people who make content about you. You're welcome for the advice. I sincerely hope you don't take it. Ooh, that's extra venom right there. Ah yes, the real beautiful queen. Not like KSI's forehead. The real beauty queen. Mwah. What the fuck? Okay. Make sure you don't eat my fries when you put them in the bag, little bro. Yeah, gee, I wonder why nobody wants to put your ads on streams and while you're bleeding subscribers. Total fucking mystery, bro. Middle finger made out of bacon, of course, support. Get on to the show, Frogan. I want that $20,000. I think this is the parody account, right? If you're reading this, you've just been sued. Oh no. Maybe ask Hassan to be a good socialist and distribute the wealth. Unironically, Asmongold is more of a socialist than the Dog Zapper 5000 because he actually helps his friends. Sucks that he threw you onto the side when he was done with you, just like a filthy commie would. Based. TLDR, cry harder, Tommy, based. Not reading any of this? Did you get PTSD yet? And hey. In the era of where we're finding out that a lot of people like this wouldn't have mercy for you and if you were in the situation. I'm not advocating for anything, but I'm not gonna pretend to be charitable to someone who doesn't learn their lesson and who takes good faith and just shits all over and throws it to the trash. Wrongfully banned, lmao, you're insane. Yeah, where? Quit fucking crying. You ignored any responsibility for the reaction of the online community. Want to see an actual change? Maybe admit you were the main problem for all the backlash you have received. While I have been on the internet for over a decade and never got backlash or hate. How, you ask? By not being a dick to others or wishing PTSD on veterans or all around being an asshole. Wild. And if I got hate or backlash, guess what I would do? Apologize for my own mistakes. You and Hassan have a lot in common by completely ignoring your own indiscretions and blaming everyone else for your own stupidity. Cheers and do better. No cheers for her. The only thing rising about your previous handout awards is your crippling. You did this to yourself. Get help. We're more than happy to degrade you because you're a giant fucking hog and everything that falls out of your mouth is disgusting. It doesn't even have to be about your content. It can be personal. Based. See if your local McDonald's is hiring. Based. You forgot my fries. Based. Hey, why is my Sprite cup half empty? Based. Hey, where'd the bacon go? Based. But here's the thing. If you're hold on. Okay, she's saying that she's working with other streamers. But if that's true, if you've got other jobs lined up or if you're being paid well, then why were you crying? I'm sorry, bro, but nobody's buying this. Nobody's buying that you're crying about needing money and then saying, like in a tweet, that no, guys, I'm actually got jobs lined up. And Caleb Hammer does not represent what I've been going through. You actually, like, one-to-one comparison, like, belong in that show. You should be a case study for, like, what not to do when you want to be an online creator. It's so ironically satisfying to me that when you got the award for Rising Star, again, by Twitch, who does nothing right, it's satisfying, and it doesn't surprise me that these are the type of people who promote you, and then guess what happens? Because you're just an awful human being. Guess what? You fall off, and you get sued, and then you need money. You don't have any money, and then when it matters most, when you could just do the simplest thing and just apologize, or just admit, hey, you need the help. Again, even if it comes at the cost of your morality or of your own dignity, guess what? You're still not taking it. That tells me that you're hardcore, like you would never change. That tells me that you have no plans of ever becoming anyone different. It means that when this boat is sinking and when you've ultimately lost, you'll still be acting like a troll, acting like, oh, I'm pissing you off, I'm making you mad, as the sink is shipping and you're going down with it. It's not going to be satisfying for you. It will be satisfying for the rest of us. People like Ethan Klein, H3H3, Nicholas Diorio, creators like I'm forgetting them. The Kino Casino, bro. Kino Casino, brother. Oh, man. You know what's funny? Content creators will be eating good today. And for the rest of this, very Merry Christmas. You know, Merry Christmas to you, Frogan. Haha. No, get saved by Jesus, retard. Okay. Yes, you, ironically, while you're gonna be in the same situation as iDubbbz, broke and eating a can of beans from a can or from cardboard or whatever the fuck that was, everyone else is gonna be eating good. To me, that would elicit some humility, right? If I knew that people were eating good because of my crash out and because I'm becoming a lol cow, at least, I don't know. For me, it's like if I was that petty, I would at least be petty enough to be like, you know what? I want to admit I'm wrong just so these people don't have the satisfaction of making content on me. I know they will, but they won't get it as much as opposed to if you were to crash out and melt down further, which I feel is what's going to happen to you in the very near future. So in response to this tweet, she responded by saying, I said it was a cracker ass take because he didn't want to do charity for Palestine because it would upset some of his audience when an active genocide is happening. Oh, brother. As for the PTSD clip, I said, even in that clip, that I am not talking about the people who regret their service or acknowledge their wrongdoings. I was talking about the people who gloat about killing Arabs, which you seemingly don't have an issue with. No, that's not what you said. That's not what you said. You said it afterwards, okay? She stated, and here's a community note, buddy. Everyone's happy for this. She stated that she hoped any service member who does not regret service would develop PTSD, and clarified that this included those who served for student loans or wanting a Camaro. No mention of gloating about killing Arabs at the time. Yeah, so even in this response, she's lying. She's lying. She's a liar. And who has cracker ass takes? Crackers. Everyone knows what you were trying to say. The blatant dishonesty is why everyone hates you. Everyone thinks you're a loser. If you know where I came from, let me know in the comments. By the way, if you made it this far into the video, comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. It really helps out. Merry freaking Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, buddy. While defending using racial slurs and wishing a mental illness that has the highest rate of suicide, it's a really weird take to double down on. He didn't do charity while there's an active genocide happening, so I call him a cracker. Also her. Hey, I need some charity for this lawsuit. Can you donate? Life is hard and people are racist. No mention of said active genocide because the lawsuit is more important than it. The use of active genocide seems to be a moving goalpost for whatever helps your end goal, and I'm hoping more people can see through that clear as day. That's interesting. Why aren't you mentioning it now when you're in dire need? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Bro. Unfortunately, you don't have the likability or fame necessary to get paid for being this retarded. Isn't that also funny too? People, and again, people hate streamers because it's like you get to be paid for doing the bare minimum online for what we call slop content today. Yes, the normal world would look at everyone else online and be like, you guys get paid for this? And yeah, there's a bit of a disconnect, right? But like, you're not even famous, dude. You got the layup. You were a plant, bro. Like, you came out of nowhere. Nobody knew who you were until Hassan promoted you. Like, who are you? Who the fuck are you? And you fumbled even that. How does that happen? It's like that one girl. Who's that one girl who like got famous for having those like monotone interviews with like music artists, and then she left her husband to sleep with, I think it was Drake, and then her show started tanking because no one knows who she is, and obviously she's a plant. And what was it all for? That's the ultimate question in the end. What was it all for? I didn't call you a bitch. I said you were acting like a bitch vibes. This is why we celebrate your downfall. You're an evil, miserable, sorry-ass obese hog, and that's why your world is crumbling. So as you can see, it hasn't even been that long, and already she's still crashing out. She's the architect of her own pain. So remember, this holiday season, this Christmas season, Merry Christmas, joy to the world. If I don't make another video soon, just a reminder, Merry Christmas. I wish you and your loved ones a very happy Merry Christmas. List of people who 2025 was not their year include, but are not limited to, Frogan, Hassan, iDubbbz, and many more. Okay, Merry fucking Christmas. If I don't see you guys again before the year ends, have a wonderful holiday. Have a very wonderful New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Just to piss Frogan off, God bless you. God bless you and your family. Merry Christmas. God bless our troops. And God bless the United States of America. Biatch.